Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your Cosmic Strategist.
And I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide.
We bridge celestial wisdom,
Unlock your modern path.
discover guiding starlight insights.
Explore powerful cosmic energies.
Yeah, how do planetary transits shape your story today? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a really unique cosmic fingerprint for 2025. We're specifically exploring the astrological landscape for someone with a Leo sun and Pisces rising.
Yeah, and we're pulling back the curtain on some really fascinating insights. These are drawn from excerpts of a specific reading called Solar Lion in Oceanic Dreams 2025.
Right.
And our mission today is basically to unpack the key celestial influences highlighted in this reading. We want to explore the potential path it lays out.
And help you understand this particular blend of energies, right?
Right.
And what it might mean in the coming year.
Exactly.
Such an interesting dynamic. You know, you've got that fiery, expressive, sovereign energy of Leo, the sun sign. That's your core identity.
Who you really are.
Yeah, who you are when you're just you.
Yeah.
And then you layer on the fluid, empathetic, almost boundary-dissolving depths of Pisces as the rising sign.
And that's the energy you lead with, isn't it? How you interact with the world, how you kind of initiate things.
Precise.
And understanding how these two fundamental energies interact.
Well, it's absolutely crucial in a personal astrological reading. It's not just about, knowing the parts separately.
It's how they dance together.
It's the dance. And the source material we're looking at, it captures this so beautifully right from the start with some really striking imagery.
It really does. It talks about this combination as the solar king meeting the deep sea prophet. I mean, can you just picture that?
It's vivid, a regal, powerful figure, but kind of cloaked in the mystery and depth of the ocean.
Yeah. The reading actually envisions it as a lion, crowned with bioluminescent coral.
Wow.
And his classic Leo roar isn't echoing through a jungle, but rippling through moonlit waves. So it's that sovereign, that kingly authority, but it flows through oceanic empathy. Through that Piscean receptivity and sensitivity.
Exactly. Monarch of Liquid Light. That's the term the source uses.
Oh, I like that.
Doesn't it just nail the core tension? It's leadership, absolutely, but leadership steeped in intuition.
In understanding the collective yearning, right? The unseen currents, the emotional undertow.
It's not just command from on high. It's guidance rooted in, deep feeling.
Which points right to that potential paradox, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How does that need to shine, to lead, to stand out the Leo part? How does that reconcile with the Piscean urge to merge, empathize, maybe even dissolve boundaries? The reading actually offers a pretty powerful mantra for navigating this blend in 2025.
What is it?
Your heart is a lighthouse, your intuition, the tide that reshapes shores.
Oh, that's evocative.
Yeah.
So it connects the Leo heart courage, radiance to being a guiding light, a steady lighthouse.
Solid.
But then it links the Piscean intuition to the tide, which is, subtle but incredibly powerful. It doesn't command.
Yeah. It reshapes.
It reshapes the landscape through persistent, kind of gentle movement. So your guiding force isn't just outward authority, maybe. It's an inward, instinctual knowing that can transform the world around you.
So how do the specific planets moving through 2025 interact with this Monarch of Liquid Light archetype?
Well, Source dives into that. It calls its approach quantum astrology.
Quantum astrology, okay.
Yeah, suggesting these transits aren't just things happening to you, but influences that can shift the very, potential of your core energy.
Interesting. So what are the key influences?
Well, one big one highlighted is Neptune in Aries. Now, for this Leo Sun Pisces rising profile, Neptune is transiting the 6th house.
Okay, 6th house, daily routines, work, health, service.
Exactly. And the source describes this transit as creating a quantum foam effect in that area.
Quantum foam in your daily life. What does that even mean?
It implies that the mundane, the routine stuff, your work habits, health routines, how you serve people, it all becomes permeable.
Ah.
The source says this makes your daily rituals portals to mysticism.
Whoa. Portals to mysticism in your to-do list. That's wild.
Right. Neptune dissolves boundaries, Aries is about initiation, action, and the 6th is practical. So it suggests spiritual experiences or a sense of the sacred can seep into your everyday structure.
And for this specific blend, where Leo can be about that outer performance and Pisces about inner vulnerability, the source actually poses a really potent journal prompt related to this.
Oh, yeah?
It asks, where do I perform strength to hide vulnerability? What oceanic truth must flood my kingdom?
Wow. That cuts deep. It directly challenges that Leo performance thing.
Yeah.
But in the 6th house realm, work routine.
Right. Are you using your daily structure, how you serve, as a kind of stage to hide that deep Piscean sensitivity?
And how can that oceanic truth, your intuition, your vulnerability, that collective feeling, how can that be allowed to, well, flood the structured kingdom of your daily habits and how you present yourself?
It ties the transit right back into that core archetype tension. It's clever.
Definitely. Okay, moving to something a bit more fiery and personal. The source points to Mars in Leo
Okay, Mars. Action drive.
from July 20th to September 4th. And Mars is in Leo self-expression, identity, and it's in the 1st house for this profile, the house of self.
Wow.
The source describes this period as a fusion reactor.
A fusion reactor in the house of you. That sounds intense. That's a massive concentration of active, dynamic, self-affirming energy.
Yeah. And the source notes that during this time, your charisma basically becomes a gravitational wave.
Like you're just pulling people in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your presence, your power. But, and this is crucial, there's a warning.
Always a catch.
Right. You have a choice. You can harness this immense personal power, or you could potentially drown in adulation.
Ah. That speaks right to the Leo need for recognition, maybe combined with the Piscean tendency to get lost in external validation. Or even escapism.
That's how I read it. It's a time of intense self-assertion, yeah. But the reading flags it as a critical test.
Yeah,
Can you stay anchored when everyone's praising you?
that's a big challenge.
Okay.
What else? There's another significant dynamic the source points out involving two slower-moving planets, the real heavy hitters.
Saturn and Pluto.
You got it. Saturn in Pisces in the 5th house, interacting with Pluto in Aquarius in the 4th house.
Okay, let's unpack that. Saturn structure, discipline, maybe karmic lessons.
Mm-hmm. The taskmaster?
In Pisces, the sign of the unbounded, the spiritual. And it's placed in the 5th house, creativity, self-expression, romance, joy.
Right. So the source calls this Saturn placement Saturn's karmic anchor in creativity.
A karmic anchor in creativity. Okay, so that suggests lessons or maybe needing structure applied to how you express yourself creatively or how you find joy.
Could be facing limitations, needing discipline, maybe bringing form to those often kind of formless Piscean inspirations.
Right, giving shape to the mist.
Exactly. And this is in tension with Pluto in Aquarius down in the 4th house.
Pluto transformation, death, rebirth, often revolutionary change. And the 4th house is roots, home, family, ancestry, your deep foundations.
And the source calls this Pluto's revolutionary purge in roots and foundations.
Okay, wow. So you're facing potentially heavy structuring lessons in how you create and express yourself, Saturn in the 5th, at the same time as a radical foundational upheaval is happening at your deepest level, related to your past, your roots, your sense of security.
That's the dynamic. And the source crystallizes the tension between these two powerful forces with a central question. It asks, will I sanctify ancestral stories, Saturn, or shatter dynastic chains, Pluto?
Whoa, that's profound. It's asking if you'll build upon tradition and lineage in your expression and your foundations.
Or if the deep transformation that Pluto brings requires a radical break from the past, a shattering of those chains.
That's a huge internal conflict playing out on a pretty large scale.
Definitely. Now, shifting gears just a little, the reading includes a section on something called somatic astrology, which I find really fascinating.
Somatic.
Yeah.
So relating to the body.
Exactly. It explores how these cosmic energies might not just influence events or feelings, but actually manifest physically, suggesting the body itself acts as a kind of cosmic compass.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does that work?
Well, this is where the reading gets super specific and gives practical links. For instance, the lunar eclipse in Pisces on March 14th.
Which happens in the 1st house for this profile.
Right, the house of self. The source associates it with physical sensations like swelling in the feet or ankles, and it specifically links this to moments of empathic overload.
Ah, that makes perfect sense for a Pisces rising, absorbing all that energy.
Right, it can be overwhelming. So the suggested practice is wonderfully symbolic. It says, stand in seawater, put your hands over your heart. Inhale gold light connecting to that Leo solar power, and then exhale indigo stress, like the heavy Piscean energy, out through the soles of your feet. And chant, I anchor as I flow.
Wow, that's a powerful physical ritual, a way to manage that sensitivity.
Totally. Then, for the solar eclipse in Leo on August 27th, this one impacts the 6th house, daily life service.
Okay.
The source associates that with a feeling of, like, fire in the spine or heart.
Fire in the spine.
Yeah, and it says the sensation might arise particularly when your authenticity is being tested.
Ah, okay. So the practice.
Sun salutations on dawn beaches, accompanied by roaring with each upward stretch.
Roaring sun salutations, that's pure Leo. It's like physically reclaiming your authentic power when facing those daily challenges in the 6th house.
Totally embodies it. Connect the physical act right back to the core of authenticity for this profile.
Love it. What else?
One more. Venus in Pisces, transiting from April 29th to May 23rd, also in the 1st house.
Venus love, connection, Pisces boundarylessness, 1st house self.
Okay. This combo is linked to pressure in the chest or hands, especially when love or relationships start blurring boundaries.
A classic Piscean challenge, hitting the self directly.
Yep. And the suggested practice is gentle, tracing spirals on the sternum with sandalwood oil.
Tracing spirals on the heart area. It feels like a way to navigate those swirling emotions when boundaries dissolve in love. Very tactile.
Exactly. It's a neat way to engage with that energy.
The source also does something interesting. It connects this specific Leo-Pisces archetype blend to echoes found in history and culture.
Oh, right. Suggesting that understanding these energies can give you a sense of, like, walking alongside figures who embodied similar dynamics.
Who is adventure?
Figures like Kurt Cobain, Barack Obama, Jimi Hendrix, even Michelangelo.
Wow, quite a range. But the key is how the source interprets their connection, right? Not just listing names.
Exactly. It talks about Kurt Cobain's Leo's stage fire channeled through Piscean anguish.
Okay, I see that. The intense performer, captivating everyone, Leo, but openly expressing that deep internal pain and sensitivity, Pisces. A powerful fusion.
And Barack Obama, he's a Leo sun, highlighted for his oratory solar flares, tempered by Piscean depth.
Yeah, that radiant, inspiring communication style, but combined with a deep sense of empathy, understanding the collective.
Then Jimi Hendrix, who had significant Pisces in his chart, described through the lens of Leo's theatrical genius dissolved in psychedelic oceans.
The flamboyant, innovative performance, just blending with something mystical, otherworldly, boundaryless.
Yeah, and Michelangelo. The source suggests he sculpted divine fury from marble seas.
Divine fury, that intense, driving creative force, the Leo part, working with the yielding, formless potential of the material, the marble seas of Pisces, to manifest something transcendent.
It really captures the blend. The source even offers a kind of mantra connecting you to these examples.
Like an affirmation.
Yeah. Like Obama, I lead with soul. Like Hendrix, I set nightmares ablaze with sound. It's about drawing inspiration from how they channeled these seemingly contradictory energies.
Making something powerful and world-changing out of it.
Right. And the archetype shows up in culture, too. In film, the source points to the regal authority of Black Panther meeting the surreal, oceanic survival journey of Life of Pi.
Sovereignty encountering the deep, sometimes challenging, unconscious waters.
Got it. In music, think of the performative brilliance and resilience in Freddie Mercury's The Show Must Go On, contrasted with the raw, soulful vulnerability of Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah.
Leo showmanship versus peace and soul-bearing.
Exactly. And in literature, the clear sovereignty of the Lion King meets the obsessive, vast, elusive depths of Moby Dick.
So these examples show the archetype playing out in different creative ways, that tension between ruling or defining.
And merging with or exploring the deep unknown.
It all kind of cycles back to that potent visual metaphor the source used earlier.
The lighthouse in the hurricane?
Yeah. That unbroken beam of light piercing through chaotic, turbulent waves. It symbolizes the potential to find your stable center, your purpose, radiating your truth, even when you're navigating intense emotional storms.
Finding the light within the depths.
Okay, so finally, the reading offers a peek at future forecasting, suggesting that the choices you make throughout 2025, especially around that exact Neptune-Pluto square on August 22nd.
A critical pivot point.
Exactly. Those choices can actively sculpt future outcomes. And it outlines 3 distinct potential timelines based on how you navigate these powerful energies.
3 timelines. Okay, what are they?
Timeline A is called the Luminous Depths Diver. This is the path described if you successfully integrate your leadership qualities with your vulnerability.
The integration path. What's the outcome?
The reading says this leads to launching an emotional liberation movement. Pluto, in Aquarius in the 4th, potentially triggers viral impact, fundamental shifts. Your sovereign tears workshops become key, redefining masculinity.
Wow. Is there a signpost for this path?
Yeah, the Venus trine Neptune on June 3rd.
Yeah.
It might manifest as a celebrity ally showing up, amplifying your cause.
Interesting. Okay, what's timeline B?
Timeline B, the drowned monarch.
Sure.
This is the potential path if that Leo fire gets numbed or escaped through Piscean tendencies. Addiction, maybe, or avoiding reality.
The shadow side. What happens then?
The outcome described involves struggles, addiction relapses, maybe chronic fatigue. Saturn in Pisces in the 5th forces a difficult confrontation with savior complexes, maybe through rehab or a deep retreat being necessary.
And the signpost for this timeline?
The Mars square Neptune on August 12th. A betrayal might reveal enablers, forcing a painful moment of truth, of consequence.
Oof. Heavy stuff. And last one, timeline C.
Timeline T is the alchemical performer. This path happens if you channel the pain, the intensity, that vulnerable emotional depth into sacred art or performance.
Transmuting it creatively.
Exactly. The outcome here is starring in, say, a therapy-integrated theater piece or performance art. Neptune in Aries in the 6th, dissolving boundaries in work service, potentially earns major recognition takings. Tonys even, sparking a healing performance revolution.
Art as therapy, literally. The signpost.
The solar eclipse in Pisces on March 29th, described as the moment a visionary director discovers you and your unique expression.
So it's really crucial to remember these aren't like set in stone fates, right?
Yeah, not at all. The source presents them as potential outcomes, entirely dependent on the choices you make, the awareness you bring.
And how you choose to navigate those powerful energies, especially around key alignments like that Neptune-Pluto square.
Exactly. It's about agency.
So as our cosmic journey concludes for today, the source's epilogue offers a really powerful summary, an invitation that cuts right to the heart of this whole dynamic.
What does it say?
It asks, will you let your crown sink into the abyss, Pisces? Or burn your kingdom to avoid feeling Leo?
Wow. That's the core tension right there, isn't it? Give in to the dissolution or use the fire to just wall yourself off.
But the source's concluding imagery offers another possibility. It pictures the sunken sovereign smiling, his lighthouse eyes piercing storm and silence alike, suggesting wisdom is found in integrating both the depth and the light.
Finding the balance.
And the final image the source leaves us with is just beautiful. It says, fire evaporates oceans, oceans quench infernos, you are the flame dancing on water.
Oof. A potent reminder of the dynamic, often challenging, but ultimately powerful nature of this blend. These opposing forces can exist, interact, even dance together within you.
Absolutely.
So as you reflect on this deep dive, maybe consider how this specific tension between Leo's need to perform and reign and Pisces' oceanic empathy and vulnerability, how that might show up in your own life. Or maybe in people you know, regardless of their specific signs.
Yeah. What does it truly mean to be both a lighthouse, that steady beacon, and a changing tide that subtly, powerfully reshapes the landscape, including your own inner world?
Lots to think about.
Dive deeper into your unique path. Request your email audio reading now. Find the link in the description below. Explore episode resources and links. All details are waiting for you there. Ignite, think, become.
Subscribe for Starlight Insights. Thank you for joining us.